break. Chris, I don't know how we'll contain her. Jordan Knight, formerly of New Kids on the Block. He has a solo album out now. There he is. He joins us next.
You're rattling my world like an earthquake. I'm up in the clouds. You're rattling my world like an earthquake. I'm up in the clouds like ooh.
That's a track from his new album, Unfinished. Jordan Knight is here. Good morning. In the house.
In hairs.
Chris is very giddy. Chris is very giddy this morning.
This is crazy. This was a demo.
Yes. Your concerts are full of fans like me. You know, 10-year-old girls just buying Hanging Tough.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here. This is a full circle moment for me, Jordan. You don't understand.
Hey,
You must get that a ton, though, right?
Every so often, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
No, it's cool. I was saying earlier, it's cool to see, you know, our fans that were 10 years old, 11 years old in the crowd. Now they're, you know, anchors on the news shows and bringing us, you know, into the fold and helping us out, really. So that's pretty cool.
I like to give back.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad
Thanks
that
for having me here.
I'm glad we have your CD on the graphic there because we had them all over the place. They're all getting swiped.
They were all swiped, yeah.
I think that's probably good news for you.
I think that's a good sign. That's a good
I
sign.
swear, we've all had them on our desk. We're like, does anybody have this so
It's not a
clearly?
good sign for your security team, but...
No, but
Who's grabbing them?
no one can find one anywhere. They've all been, they've all magically disappeared. So people clearly very
I'll have to
interested.
send you a few.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll start at the beginning. You were 14 when you were recruited for New Kids? Is
Yes,
that right?
I was 14. I got a call from Donnie, my friend Donnie Wahlberg, and he said, you know, I'm working with this producer here in Boston, and I think you'd be good for like this group that he's kind of putting together. And he said, you know, I know you sing in the church choir, and I've heard you sing at school because we went to school together. And he said, you know, I think you'd be great. You should come try out. And I went, tried out, and sang a few notes, and the producers thought I was really good. And then
You
we
guys
started.
had no idea you were in for a ride.
Well, actually, we kind of did. You know, early on, we all had the eye of the tiger. We all were just ready to be stars. Like, we just had a really positive attitude, and that's what we set out to do, and we did it. Which is pretty cool, and it's kind of a good segue to what I'm doing now at Cover Me Canada, is seeing these young people, you know, aspiring to be stars. But yeah, we started out really young.
Do you see yourself in the young people who have aspirations like yourself? Do you see a little bit of you from back then?
Yes, you know, I know what they're going through, you know. I know the mindset, so, you know, I try to give them feedback because I know what they're going through, so I try to give them constructive feedback and kind of watch them grow.
Hey, Jordan.
Yes.
I was across the street yesterday looking at jeans, and I'm there with my wife, and I'm looking at jeans, and is this, would you buy a pair of jeans like that with like permanent creases in the crotch?
I was like, what is that?
Is that a stylish?
Well, look, I have permanent holes in my pants.
See, that's
Yeah,
the
but
other
you
thing. I
pay
know
big
people
money
had a
for
fit
those.
when
See, look,
came
look
out.
at this.
Those aren't moths, are they? Because Liza's got
I have
a
moths.
solution for moths.
You pay to have holes in your
Okay, but a guy like me can't wear that.
Would you pay for the creases, though?
Yeah, would
Yes.
you pay for
You
those?
would?
I would pay for the creases.
You
Yes,
would?
I do have jeans that have creases like that.
Well, so there
It
you go,
saves on
Dave.
the
There you
ironing,
go,
though.
Dave. Straight
You
from the
should
horse's
go-
mouth. If there's anyone who's stylish, have you seen how? Look at that guy. Look at him on his cover right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I thought that was on a mannequin, Dave.
I'm married to a German woman. She would spend 3 years trying to iron those.
She is bestie. So there you
I
go.
got a little freaked out with that, but
It was like,
to shake
I didn't
it
know
up
you
here.
were also
We like to
here
mix
for the
it up.
fashion segment, Jordan.
We'll shake it up here.
But you are.
Is it hard to transition? Sorry, I'm asking all the questions.
Please.
Is it hard to transition from doing New Kids on the Block to being a solo artist?
no, it's a fun transition. It's cool to do to kind of do a solo thing. It's kind of like almost a side project, and I get to do music that I wouldn't otherwise do with the New Kids on the Block. So it just makes it a lot more fun. And of course, you know, there's a lot of doors open for me because of New Kids on the Block. So it's kind of like a spin-off kind of the. I call the New Kids the mothership, and then we all have our individual kind of projects that we do.
How did you make the transition? We were talking about this earlier. You know, I look at someone like Lindsay Lohan, who's just a disaster right now. Like, her life is clearly spinning out of control, and you wonder if you can sort of attribute that a bit to the fact that she had fame quickly at a very young age, and a lot of people just don't know how to handle it. How did you handle it, and how did you handle it when it went away?
Well, I think we handled it well because we were a group. We went through it together, and we all come from, you know, good families, a neighborhood that, you know, if you get too big for your britches, you know, your friends will pull you back down to earth. So Lindsay and like, say, Britney and Paris and all these young starlets and people like that, they don't really have anybody else to go through it with. They don't have a peer that's equal to them. They only have clinger-ons, you know, clingers. So, and it's, you know, that's bad. That's not good for you.
Well, are you guys still pretty tight? Do you still hang out with everybody else?
Well, I mean, we don't hang out on a daily basis like we used to. We all have families. We all kind of live in separate areas of the country. But, you know, we're close. We call each other. We email. You know, we're going on tour in April, so, you know, we're always talking about, you know, the new set, the new tour, all the things that we're doing. But I really think that that's what, you know, helped us stay normal, is that we had each other.
And when it went away, how did that feel?
When it went away, I got to tell you, it was a relief when it went away. It never really goes away, but, you know.
That crazy white-hot spotlight, when that finally settled down.
That was good. For me, I loved it because I could now kind of pick back up with a normal life. So that was fine with me.
Because you guys couldn't even go to the mall, I guess.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when we first hit, like when we went to the mall, they would have to like close stores down, and we'd have to like rent the movie theater just to go to the movies. It was madness. So, you know, for that to subside was a relief, actually.
And nothing prepares you for that kind of intrusiveness, right?
Yeah, and there, you know, there's a lot of critics, and there's a lot of people that say mean things, and when you're so young, that's very hard to deal with.
Yeah.
How's your sound evolved now that you have this solo album out?
Oh man, I don't. Wow. Whoa.
You feel like it's different than it has been over the years?
I think it's a lot more from the heart, I would say. You know, each lyric means a little more. You know, of course, it's not bubblegum music like it used to be way back in the day, but you know, it's kind of the same, and it's kind of different at the same time. I always do. My genre is pop R&B, you know, and I always lean towards the R&B side, and I try to keep it, you know, really soulful. So,
no more
I do have a few. I do have a few oh-ohs, but not as much as the New Kids. Every song.
Do it for us, Jordan.
No, thank you.
And your influences growing up?
So many, Luther Vandross, the Stylistics, New Edition.
The Stylistics.
There you go.
Yeah, I love the Stylistics.
That Philadelphia sound.
Philadelphia sound, that's right.
Yeah.
That was, you know, crazy about the Philadelphia sound when I was a teenager. And then the New Kids, the early New Kids stuff had a lot of songs influenced by the Philadelphia sound.
Yeah.
Great talking to you, Jordan. The solo album is called Unfinished. Jordan Knight, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys, too.
Thanks for being here. Just about 10 minutes before 8 o'clock now. We're going to take a break here on The Morning Show. We'll be back in just a moment. Your fans are going to love that. I swear, they've all gone missing. Like, people are swiping your album.
Let's go higher. Let's go higher. Let's go higher. Let's go